Andrew Doyle band, and most of the time it consists of 4 musicians. Sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 2, sometimes it might even just be myself. But the main group is 4 guys, and we all love playing, we all love performing, and we do a pretty diverse array of music from covers to original material, and we've been playing all over Atlantic and Eastern Canada for the last couple of years, so it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, Sean mentioned that you recently had a trip to Ontario. Can you elaborate on that for us?
Yeah, we've been back and forth to Ontario now for over the last 2 years, and the response has been really, really great. It's the places up there have been treating us really well. The people have been responding to the music and to the band itself. It's been great. It's been a great response. There's one group in particular that owns a couple of different clubs, and they book almost exclusively East Coast entertainment. So it was a great opportunity and a great break to kind of get involved with that crew and end up there, because it's a lot of fun, and it opens you up to a whole new audience, a whole new demographic.
How long has Andrew Doyle been in the music business? I've
been playing off and on in bars since I was 15, basically. Really hardcore, playing hardcore, I would say 10 years. Started as just kind of like a fill-in singer type deal, guitar player, and then eventually grew into kind of fronting the band, and then eventually evolved into what it ultimately is now.
Can you elaborate on Cape Breton music and all the local talent that we have here?
The talent in Cape Breton, the East Coast in general, but especially here in Cape Breton, the bar is set so high because everybody here is just so talented with everything, and it really makes you kind of bring your A game every time you play, or you try to bring your A game every time you play. And it's also it's inspirational because you see so many great musicians out there, and they expand not just from Cape Breton but across the country, across the continent, and around the world. And there's such a wealth of strong entertainers and strong music in Cape Breton that it's really, really cool to be a part of it, especially today.
Who were your influences, Andrew? Like when you first started to get interested in music, can you tell us about that?
I had a lot. I have 2 levels of influences, I call them. I have the local guys and then the international top 40 guys. I was and still am a big fan of Bruce Guthrie and the Bear McNeils and Fred Lavery, and you see all these guys. I think Bruce Guthrie was one of the finest songwriters in the country. The first album was released in 2001, and that was the title of the album was Live, and it was kind of a rock blues influence type album. This one I went a little more organic with it, and a little more focused on songwriting and the structure, and really focusing on having something to say beyond relationships and basic things. But I really tried to focus on presenting what the music would come out like live, how the band would sound on it, which is why for me it was essential to have the crew that I'm playing and touring with play on the album, just so that we know that this material is going to be presented to the audience as a band, as a 4-piece, as a unit. So, and it's knock on wood, it's coming along pretty good, and there's going to be a few singles from it, I hope. So
in your own life, trying to put your music out there, how do you have that balance? How do you find a balance, Andrew?
Well, balance is the word. Everything in moderation. To kind of maintain your personal life, I've been doing this for so long that when your significant other, when I got together with the woman I'm with now, we've been together for over 7 years now, and like she knows what I do. She's in the service industry, so she knows of the crazy hours and the bizarre situations that you get into, and what you do is you have to be very patient and very understanding, and it comes with the territory, and everybody knows that before you get into it. And but for me, all of the hours of being up all night, and even the hours of traveling and playing and all the other stuff, for me it's worth it, because I absolutely love to play, absolutely love to perform. So I'll pretty much go through almost anything to make sure that the show goes on. But it does get trying at times, like the hours get long and the traveling gets long, but you do it because you love it, and then all of that stuff just becomes part of it. It just becomes part of the course. It's secondary to the performance and to the music.
where do you see the Andrew Doyle Band? Let's go ahead in the future here. Let's say 2 or 3 years.
Sky Dome, baby. I don't know. I have a vision of where I'd like to be, and everybody that's in the business has an idea or a vision of where they want to ultimately go. It took me a long time to describe it, but I mean, as for now, like once the album's done, it all depends on how that tracks and how that goes. You know, things can change so fast, for the good or for the bad.
Playing the local circuit, Andrew, it's good to see that establishments like Smooth Herman's here are promoting local content. Can you give your thoughts about that?
Yeah, all the clubs here in Cape Breton have been great to us. I really don't have anything bad to say about any of them. Smooth Herman's has been absolutely spectacular. Lauren Stevens, the crew here at Smooth Herman's has been great. Market Daniels has been unreal. The crew down at the Crown and Moose, everyone down at the casino, all the places that we play have been great. I mean, all the outdoor concerts that they book, some outside organizations come in looking for bands and they refer us all the time. So I mean, they've been really great to us. And one of the cool things about traveling away is it makes you appreciate home that much more, because traveling away is fun and it's essential to try and build an audience outside of your own little pond, but it really makes you appreciate how good people are to you home. And I mean, you miss home after a while, and you know, you really enjoy it.
Mm. When you leave Cape Breton and you go to the big city like Toronto, and when you tell people up there, that you're from Cape Breton Island, what's their reaction?
Honest to God, they cheer. When we're on the stage and we say we're the Andrew Doyle Band from Cape Breton Island, you wouldn't believe the reaction from the people. It's absolutely hilarious, and it's really cool, because I don't know if it's just the reputation or maybe it's just the vibe that we put off the stage, but if you watch us, I'll guarantee you're going to see 4 guys up there having a blast. And and if there's something simple like a little mistake, we just laugh at each other and move on and keep playing. And I think that vibe of how much fun we're having really translates. And when the people see that, they start to just relax and have a great time. And the boys are great at really putting that across to the audience, and that vibe is kind of essential to part of our show. Is that we're entertainers first and foremost, you know what I mean, and that's what we try to do. So it's really cool when right off the bat when you say you're from Cape Breton, people automatically cheer and smile and have a few drinks and away you go. All right, so it's a lot of fun. It's really cool. It's everything from Celtic to blues to country to rock to hard rock, because there's such a diverse group of musicians and bands that they touch on so many different aspects of it that it's I think it's a total blend. The interior culture of Cape Breton is expanding so much. It's really, like I said, it's exciting.
Well, I want to say thank you very much for taking the time to spend with us today, and we'll be looking forward to much better things and greater things from the Andrew Doyle Band in the future. So thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you.